Hi everybody, Gary Williams here for Toolbarn.com's Barn Banter. Hey, we talk a lot on Barn Banter about how far power tools have come technologically over the past few years. The batteries are better, the power itself is better, the durability is better, all that technology has really come a long way. But it's also come a long way in other tool categories, for example, with such simple things as screwdrivers. We've got a guy here who's going to show you just a few things about screwdrivers and how far they've come. Stay with us. We're here with Chris Kairos from Irwin, and Chris, you brought along some screwdrivers, and not just any old ordinary screwdrivers. These are, well, special screwdrivers, right? And I'm serious about that. They've got unique characteristics, so I'm going to let you describe those.
Sure. Well, this is actually a new category for Irwin, brand new category, and we kind of broken it up into two different pieces of that category, right? So what you're holding currently is our new performance line. And then down here below you is our new innovation line as well. What we really did is we focused on the end user and how they use the tool.
Right.
You'll actually notice that there's several different grip zones on these. One's for high torque and one's for precision work.
Right.
And the grip patterns change based on those two different things.
And this is part of a set. This is a what, 7?
It's going to be an 8-piece set.
Eight piece, okay, and different heads on them.
Right.
Phillips, flat heads, and all the others, right?
Yep. Robinson bits, square bits, whatever you want to call them. But yes, it's a wide variety of fastener heads on those. So what's great about Irwin is we don't just launch a single piece or item. We don't launch just one size or one SKU of something. We're going to give you the gamut, and we really think about how people are using these tools. Like you said, some people are using for demolition, breaking apart a brick or something, using the hammer on the back end of them.
I never really did that.
No? Well, the two you actually have in your hand right now are actually the demolition screwdrivers that allow you to do those kinds of things. What it is you have a steel shaft that runs from the back of the handle all the way up to the end of the screwdriver there, allowing you to use it to pound on bricks, on cement, on the worktop table, just about anything you're doing. So you can use it as a pry bar.
It's like they were made for me.
Exactly, right?
I gotta admit, I'm sorry, but that's great. That really, it would be a time saver for one thing.
Sure.
If you're out working, on a job, I mean, just to be able to do that when
you're not ruining your scrrovers when they're just regular screwdrivers.
Right,
like these are literally designed to do that kind of application.
And now you've got a couple other deals here that I want you to talk about.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
These are the new innovation screwdrivers.
Right.
What we did with these is we really looked at how people were buying screwdrivers and how they were using them. One of the things that we found is that you don't buy a single screwdriver, you buy a set of screwdrivers.
Right.
It might be 8 pieces, might be 6 pieces, might be 2 pieces, but you always are buying more than one. So we thought about a way that we can really save the customer a lot of money, but keep the durability of those individual screwdrivers.
Right.
And I think that's what we did with this new innovation line.
Okay.
The one that you're actually holding is actually an extendable screwdriver. And what's really cool is you pull back on the collar, and it goes everything from a 4-inch to an 11-inch screwdriver.
And it retains the durability and the strength.
Absolutely. I mean, you go ahead and feel. I mean, you can feel the steel that we used in the product, the durability of it. It doesn't slip when you don't want it to slip.
Right. Right.
It's using impact bits on the end, so there's no more proprietary bits. Right. You can use any kind of bit that you possibly want up there. It could be a nut setter. It can be a Phillips. It can be a flathead. Whatever it might be. Okay. You can use it in those. But then again, we did it again with the new nut setters. So we have a new metric and a new standard nut setter. For example, a standard goes from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. It's pretty impressive how it does it too. There is a different diameter on each end of the nut setter, right? You can stick it on 2 ways there. But in the shaft, we actually have another 2 nut setters in the back as well.
Right. Right.
For a total of 4 different diameters. Sure. So this is really truly a 6-in-1 screwdriver that, again, if you can feel the quality.
Yeah, there's some heft to this. This feels durable.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then starting again next year, this line will expand to about 140 pieces. There will be some individual pieces, and a lot new innovation coming from Irwin in this category.
And you also have this in it. This is the metric version of this, correct?
Correct.
All right. Good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. All right. Hey, we got more to show you. We'll be right back. We've got some products from Lenox as part of a new launch, and do you even work for Lenox, or how does this come to? Are you moonlighting, or what are you doing here? Tell us about
so
that.
actually, Lenox is a sister brand of Knoll brands.
All right.
And we own both Irwin and Lenox tools.
All right.
We're actually really excited about this new launch. This is a significant launch for Lenox. It's probably one of the biggest launches since the foundation of the company. And what I like about this new product, this new metal cutoff wheel that we're bringing to market, is that it really rounds out the metal cutting market for us. We've always been in bandsaw. We've always had the reset blades.
Right.
We've recently got into circ saw cutting blades, and now we have the cutoff wheel. This wheel is actually pretty amazing, and you know, with Lenox, they don't go half-assed when they launch a new product. They actually put the thought and time into it, and you can see the gamut of product availability there is to the customer. I mean, you have everything from 1.5" for die grinders to everything to a 14-inch blade for a gas saw. Cut per cost on our single blade is something like $0.015 versus our competition, who's like right around almost 10 cents for every cut. And the reason why is you get about 1,000 cuts out of our blades versus our competition, you'd only get about 16 on average.
Right. So you got durability, longevity, number of cuts, all kinds of things that factor in there. Safety. Delve into that just a little bit.
80% of people who have used a compound abrasive in the past have either been injured themselves or know somebody that has been injured. That's a big deal. I mean, that's a lot of people.
By a blade that
by
fails.
a compound abrasive, because they fracture, they break, and they go everywhere because you have them on things that are spinning at, you know, a lot of RPMs.
Right.
So with ours, again, you don't get any retention. You don't have to work it around things. You don't get the kickback as like normal blades do.
Right.
And you actually maintain a solid course throughout the entire cut process of that blade.
So it's one thing to wear the proper safety equipment, but safety actually begins with the product itself.
Absolutely.
And that's where it should begin, right?
Yeah, and you should never have a product that fails, right? You should always have something that you can trust when you're using it.
Yeah, okay, great. All right, well look, you can find out more about the Lenox products, more about these metal cutting blades, more about the screwdriver selection and everything from Irwin on Toolbarn.com. But we've got a question for you that I'd like to pose. Have you ever had a problem? Have you ever had an accident using a power tool or a hand tool that scared you? And if so, what kind of an accident was it, and what was your reaction to it, and did you change the way you did anything or change the tools that you used? We're just curious, so comment if you would and let us know about that. And meanwhile, thanks for joining us, and we hope you join us next time.